this kind of expected, at least for the last several days. Bloomberg reporting at the end of the week is looking like it was going to be Powell.
Right.
Now that it appears real, what are you looking for next?
Well, it'll be very interesting to see his first public comments, and he's actually speaking at a Treasury Department conference tomorrow on a different topic, on the replacement for LIBOR, but he will be speaking.
I wonder if his mind is going to be elsewhere during
If that announcement comes out officially before he speaks at the event, then that would potentially be something to watch for.
What time is he speaking?
What I'll be watching for mostly is just confirmation that he is still very much of the same ilk as Janet Yellen.
What time is he speaking tomorrow, out of interest? Do we know?
I'm going to have to pull that up
okay,
for
that's
you on
fine.
the Bloomberg terminal, but
I'll let you inconspicuously do that while we talk about
go.
this. I mean, we've talked about this many times.
8:30 tomorrow morning.
8:30. Okay,
So
interesting. So pre-announcement likely, given
Right.
that Donald Trump said earlier today, likely to come in the afternoon of tomorrow.
But the question here is whether he's going to make it a twofer, right? If he offers Jerome Powell the Fed chair position, does he also announce his vice chair, which is vacant given that Stanley Fischer stepped down?
We've got plenty of vacancies on the FOMC side.
We do.
Between now and the end of the year, we're going to see
You mean there's going to be another Derby?
Filled. Of course, the Derby will be less exciting when it's for the number 2 spot.
I mean, we've barely seen the markets react. 0.2% in terms of the dollar move. Similar
it's so well
story as far
telegraphed.
as- exactly. It's so well telegraphed, priced effectively for this decision.
Right.
And as
If you remember, 2 Fridays ago, there was rumors of Powell in the market, and that was not when he was a front runner. And you did see some reaction in the dollar, in the Treasury yields, and in the equity market. This time now, it's so broadly expected that I think that then you get less of
Carl, we talk about Powell as a continuation pick, and maybe the argument here, maybe the argument made to Trump and just speculating was like, look, you like Yellen's performance, you like her for the stock market, you want to put your own mark on it and maybe get someone a little more liberal, a Republican, pro-liberalization of reforms. Powell's your guy. Is it that simple, though, that from a monetary policy,
I think that is a very fair assessment of Jay Powell and how he will be as Fed chair. Very much of the same mindset as Chair Yellen when he spoke at the Jackson Hole conference earlier this year in late August. He was reiterating the notion that the Fed can afford to move gradually given the low inflation environment. If anything, he's even more of that mindset now given the backsliding in inflation that we've seen. So I think that whether it was Janet Yellen in 2018 or Jay Powell, the Fed will look very much the same.